the Ecto one from the Ghostbusters Afterlife is the vehicle we are going to check today. This is not a proper unboxing because the box for this vehicle is quite huge and I don't have the space to show you the box, but it comes really well packed with straps and everything. Mine came in perfect condition, and we are just going to take a look here today at some details because some people are wondering if the weathering is really enough in this vehicle, and in my opinion, and having it now for 1 day and a half, I already had time to play with it, I do think the weathering is more than enough for this vehicle. As you can see here, there's a lot of weathering all over the car, from the windows, from the doors, from the door handles. There are some spilling oil on the handles that we are going to check later, but here I'm just giving you an overview of the car, but you already can notice the dirtiness in the vehicle. Here in the front, as you can see, here in the bumper you got a lot of rustiness going around. The lights here, they do have some dirt and some dust on them that you really can feel the age of the Ecto one through the ears. And of course you can open this bumper and see what have inside, as they did with the 84 Ecto one, and there are a lot of details here. Whatever, it seems very clean, but I tell you that even these parts have dust all over them. It's not easy to show on camera, but as I said to some people that comment yesterday, this dirtiness is really there. And I think you can see here when you zoom into the vehicle, you really can see all the dirty going around. There is no one part in this vehicle that is white or clear white. All the vehicle has dust and dirtiness, and I love the way they did this. Here in the top you can see the lights do have dust all over them. It's not that clear blue, and all these parts here are weathered. Okay, they could be a bit more weathered, I agree, but at least you can see that they are not pristine. They are not new, they are a bit different than the 84 version. The top of the car here is all full of dust, is not as prominent as the rest of the car, but the dust is really there. The speaker there and the light, they are also rusty, and I do like the color that they applied to this. Does look like an older vehicle for sure. Here in the top you do have the place where you will insert batteries for the warning lights. You have here 4 batteries that you need to install over there. I think this is the same as the 84 version, and here is where you will insert the USB that will play some music. Here you can see how the warning lights work. You do have some sound. The sound is a bit too noisy, but I think it works well. It's exactly the same as they did before. As for here, the right side, you can see all the dirtiness, all the weathering going around in the vehicle. Is very similar of what they show us in the prototype, although not exactly the same. In 1/6 scale we always have different final products than the prototype, is very normal. But you can see there in the handle some oil spilling, and here when you open inside you can see that there's aging on the seats. You can see the steering wheel is also aged, but later we will go to check about that. But here when you open the door you can see all around there's dirtiness, there's like mud, dirt, and here you can see as well the leather already aging through the time, which I think looks really cool. All these details that Blitzway did with this Ecto one. You can see more of the details in tiny parts of the doors, that you can see that the rest is there and not in a big piece. The side door here, you can open it, opens a different way than the normal door, of course, because then you will have the gunner's seat inside. But you can see the details on the windows again, a lot of dirtiness going around here. From the handles, the windows itself have a lot of dust and some kind of dirt inside that looks really cool. The gunner seat here, the gunner seat itself doesn't pop out automatically, you do need to bring it out by yourself, but it looks really amazing. I already installed the Proton pack because this Ecto one does come with a Proton pack fully functionable with LED lights, but I think this gunner seat looks really cool. All the details on this, the paint application, I really love this. Here is a look to the front, you do have that straps when you have a figure sitting down there, and here it is the Proton pack with the lights working, It's the same one that Blitzway offered back in the day with the Ghostbusters. You got here the wand, you can see here that red light. Then you just put the gunner seat inside without any problem. You can use it without the Proton pack, it depends which way you want to use, but I think it looks pretty cool. The back of the car here, you can see the Ecto 1 plate with some rust into it, you can see the Ghostbusters logo here with some scratch, and you got rust around the corners and around places that naturally will rust, because if Blitzway was just to rust everywhere, it would look too fake in my opinion. But the window and those borders in steel, you can see there are rust and dirty going around there, showing the age of the Ecto 1. Once you open here this back door, you do got the RC car there, you got here all this machinery already showing its age with rust all around. Not too much, but I think just enough. I can understand that some people will want more weathering. For me personally, I think it's just enough. Here you can see a more detailed view inside. It's a bit difficult to shoot because I need to hold the camera inside the vehicle, but you can see that all this equipment already show its age. Is not a new car at all. You can see even the floor have some dirt, some dust into it, and as you can see from here, is really a long vehicle because there's a lot happening until you reach the end. Here we got the RC car. One thing I do not like about this RC car is the wheels not rolling. They are basically fixed, there's nothing you can do with it, but the trapdoor here is with a spring system that you click it and the door will open, and then you just need to lock it back. Then inside we got here the trap door. This trap door you need to use an accessory to open it. You need to open both sides and then just place the RC car inside, and it will automatically fall down and will launch from the down of the Ecto 1, as you can see here. Very cool effect, this is really amazing. Then here you do have a place to insert batteries too. These two pieces need to go out, and then you have inside 4 batteries. Again, these batteries are for the headlights and the backlights too. This logo on the left side, mine came a bit crooked, is true, is a bit sideways, but I already contacted Blitzway to sort this out. Here you can see again in the handle more spilling, more rust here on the windows too, that I think look pretty cool. All this dirtiness going around here, all the rust. I think the only main issue for me it's here on the side, on the back left side, that they only applied much less rust than we saw in the prototype. But for the rest of the car, I think they did a pretty good job. The leather is with some dirt too. All those hoses, the tubes, are with some dirt too and with some dust. All the car basically is not the 84 clean as it was. Is an aged car, and I think they did a pretty good job. At least in my perspective, this is all I wanted for the Afterlife version. Here in the left side, this side door, of course you can open it too. You will have here the switch for the lights, and you will have more stuff going here inside. There's again a lot of dust going around from the windows with this dirt, with this all leather being very aged. The floor is a bit too clean, but still has some dust into it and some dirty. On the left side here, once you open the door, then you will have the steering wheel, where you can see as well it's aging with a lot of weathering going around here. The seats very old too, as we saw on the other side, but here that windshield is more preeminent, the dust that they apply onto this, which I think looks really cool. Overall, I don't have much more to say about this vehicle. I think it's a very good job done by Blitzway, and when you have it lighting up with all the lights and with the siren working, I think it looks pretty cool. It's a pity it's a big size piece, not everyone has place to display it, because if you are a Ghostbusters fan, I think you will be surprised and you will love this Blitzway Ecto 1. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this short in-ends review, and I will see you in the next one.